Hello everyone, how's it going? Billy Ballgame here, back with another video. Today's video I'm going to call Monday Hobby Mayhem. So this is really just an update video on what I've been up to here in the last week or so. So on this channel, I'm just a dude who loves to talk about baseball and baseball cards. And again, today's video is going to be a little bit chaotic. It's probably going to be a little bit all over the place and cover 4 or 5 topics. And again, it's just going to be kind of an overview of what's been going on in the hobby for me here in this last week or so. So as you can see here behind me in my case, I rearranged these cards and decided to put them all up on stands. So that way it made it a little bit easier for me to look at them instead of having everything laying down. And I really think that looks cool. So I hope you all enjoy it. So that's really the first thing that I did, I guess, last week. But also, if you watched my buddy Chris from Missouri's last video where he talked about the yips, he showed a few cards in that video. He showed a Mackey Sasser card, he showed a Steve Sax card, and a Chuck Knobloch card. Chris also wanted to cover Rick Ankiel in that Yips video. But it's kind of funny how he ended up with those cards. So if you've watched a couple videos back, I talked about my buddy Tom coming up from Jeff City and hanging out here. And then us going up to Chris's house to hang out for a while so Tom could see Chris's collection. So Tom came here and we hung out for a bit. I kind of took him on a tour of my card room and showed him some of my cards. And out of the clear blue, my buddy Chris gives me a call, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he says basically, while you knuckleheads are killing brain cells looking at Cardinal stuff, I need you to go through your cards and find some Chuck Knobloch, Rick Ankiel, Steve Sax, and Mackey Sasser cards. And I'm thinking, who on earth still has Mackey Sasser cards? Like, I have no idea where those would be. And I remembered his rookie card was an 88 Donruss. So we pulled these ripped boxes of 88 Donruss down looking for a Mackey Sasser rookie card, like furiously tearing my man cave apart, or feverishly, I should say, tearing my man cave apart looking for, of all things, Mackey Sasser cards. So Tom and I got a kick out of that. We were able to find some, but it wasn't out of the 88 Donruss. I don't have the much sought after Mackey Sasser rookie card anymore, I guess. But we found it in an 89 Upper Deck set, which was really cool because I bought my only complete set that I have of it off of Tom. But digging through my collection to find Chuck Knobloch, Rick Ankiel, Steve Sax, and Mackey Sasser cards motivated me to organize my collection. So I've got some separators on order that should be here Tuesday. I'm filming this video on Sunday, but I'm probably not going to publish it until tomorrow. And that's why I'm going to call it Monday Hobby Mayhem. But once those separators come in, I'm going to go through all my five row boxes and organize them. And right now I have boxes of just Hall of Famers with all kinds of years scattered in there. And then I have a box of rookie cards, again, all years scattered in there. And then I have a box of like minor stars and rookies, again, just thrown in there all hodgepodge, no rhyme or reason. So basically, unless it's a card I got fairly recently, I have no idea what box it's in. So what I'm trying to decide is, do I want to organize it by player, especially for the Hall of Famers, or do I want to organize it by year? So I ordered, I think it was like 200 laminated index cards that I can write the year or the player's name in the top and then stick that in there to use as a separator once I get everything organized. And that's going to be a a pretty large undertaking it will probably take me a few days to go through everything and get it sorted. So I'm looking forward to that, but at the same time, I'm not looking forward to it because, again, it's going to be a lot of work. But thank you, Chris, for providing me with that motivation to organize my collection. But when Chris was swearing at us for being Cardinals fans, he told me, he's like, if you pull these cards out, I'll make it worth your while. So I made what may be the most one-sided, most lopsided trade in the history of the hobby with my buddy Chris from Missouri. So you figure a 1990 score rookie card of Chuck Knobloch is, what, a 10 or 15 cent card, if that. I pulled out a 92 Donruss Steve Sax, an 89 Bowman Steve Sax, and an 89 Upper Deck Mackie Sasser. So total value in those 4 cards that I gave to Chris was probably a quarter. But he told me, kind of chuckling, he's like, yeah, if you take the time to pull those out, I'll make it worth your while. And so Tom and I went through about an hour digging through boxes looking for those cards. And so Chris traded me. And again, I ripped him off. I told him, like, if there are any more other trades like this that you would like to make, just let me know. Like, whenever you want to. Like, I'm happy to trade you commons that no one cares about for, you know, a 75 Lou Brock highlights and a 75 Topps Bob Gibson. And last but not least, a 72 Topps Lou Brock. So, again, who do you think won that trade? And I'm like not even ashamed of it. And when I brought those cards up to Chris, I told him, I was like, I was going to let him use this one too for his video. And I was like, this is the only card I care about getting back. And really, it's only because it's Steve Sax's rookie card and it's part of the 82 Donruss set that I got from the basement collection. And he's like, well, here, if you want it back, then go ahead and take it back now. So basically, I traded Chris these 3 cards, and he just plopped them down on the table, and he goes, here you go. That's for your time of digging those cards out. So basically, I traded 2 Steve Sax, a Mackie Sasser, and a Chuck Knobloch for these 3 cards, and I think I did pretty well in that. I'm kind of ashamed, but then again, I'm really not. So, Chris, if you want to make any of those kinds of lopsided trades moving forward, let me know. I've got boxes of thousands of commons that no one cares about that we can go through to trade for Cardinals Hall of Famers anytime you want to. So I just thought that was kind of funny. So my buddy Adam from Oregon, moving on to the next topic of this chaotic video. My buddy Adam from Oregon listened to my mini rant video about top loaders still being expensive when you find them online. And like, if I don't buy them online or go to Columbia to the dugout, which I'm not in Columbia very often, like, really, I don't buy top loaders because I can hardly ever find them at Walmart or anything like that, right? And Chase at the dugout, like I said, his top loaders are $3 a box, I believe. And that's a really good price, even like pre-pandemic. Those are really well priced. I just feel bad and don't want to go in there and wipe out his entire inventory because, you know, I'm always looking for top loaders because I have stuff like this. Well, and these probably won't go in top loaders, but, you know, I bought from my buddy Tom an 86 Donruss set, an 89 Upper Deck set, an 85 Donruss set, 87 Fleer set. So that's a pretty large bulk of cards. So, like, I always need top loaders because I don't leave the complete sets in boxes. I always pull them out, separate the rookie cards and the stars and the Hall of Famers, and I top load and penny sleeve them and put them in my boxes. So, like, it's always hard for me to keep up with top loaders. Well, thank you once again to my buddy Adam from Oregon, because he sent me a box. He sent me a care package that is full of used top loaders. I mean, there are probably 400 or 500 of them in here. And if this doesn't take care of the entire bulk that I have right now, it'll be pretty close. And like here behind me, I've got another stack of cards here. Like this is a box of 90-91 Upper Deck Hockey. Some of the classic sets from like 90 through 94 or so that I bought off my buddy Dan. And, you know, a lot of them I was able to put away, of, you know, the Hall of Famers and the big rookie cards, but some of them are still here stacked up on my display case because I ran out of top loaders. So thank you once again, Adam. Never have I been so excited to see a stack of used top loaders in my life. So thank you once again. But in that, he also sent me some cards, and as he always does, like, Adam is just too good of a dude and just takes care of me way too well, and I don't deserve it. Thank you, Adam. But he sent me 10 or so commons from the 1960 set, and I'll run through those really quickly, and they're pretty clean. So thank you once again, Adam. He sent me so many of these recently, and it helps so much because, you know, I'm 55% of the way through the set, but I still probably need, you know, a couple hundred commons or so. So these are great. And thank you once again, Adam. And then he sent me some a few more vintage cards. He sent me an 84 Pearson card, really good condition, little off center, but I mean the corners and edges and all this stuff, like, I don't know where Adam finds these, but everything he sends is just so clean and in such good condition. So I would like to know his source, but he always finds great stuff. And then here's an 84 Felipe Alou. A lot of you will remember him as a longtime manager with the Expos and a few other teams I can't remember off the top of my head, but he was a really good player. I don't even know how many Alous play in Major League Baseball. And then here's another 80 or 64 card, but it's the 83 American League batting leaders with Carl Yastrzemski and Al Kaline on it. Super cool card. Thank you once again, Adam. But with that, as he always does, he sent me some Ken Griffey Jr. cards. So here's a Donruss Best Ken Griffey Jr., which I have graded in an SGC 9, but like, I'll always take more. So what I'll probably do with this is price it and put it in my case. And then here's I don't remember what year this is off the top of my head, but Leaf All-Stars. It's got Andy Van Slyke on the back. I think probably like 92, maybe 92, 93. But that's a super cool card. I remember having one of those when I was in high school, but I have no idea what happened with it. And then this is probably my favorite card that Adam sent to me. These Fleer Ultra cards just had awesome inserts. And this is a Gold Glove insert, or Top Glove insert of Ken Griffey Jr. that's just an awesome card. And I was always a huge fan of the Fleer Ultra inserts. And really in those boxes, like the base cards, of course, with so many products from the junk wax era, there's not a lot of value there in the 92 and 93 Fleer Ultra. But for me, if you find a box or you find packs cheap, they're worth buying and ripping just to look for cool insert cards like this. And they're probably going to cost you 20, 30 bucks a box or something like that. And then here's another one. This is Great Gloves, Ken Griffey Jr. I can't tell who this is because it's so dark in here, or what set it is, because I don't have my reading glasses on. But that's a super cool card there that I didn't have. So once again, thank you, Adam. And then here we have a checklist. King Griffey Jr. once again. And then we have Interleague Showdown with King Griffey Jr. and Andres Galarraga. This is a Donruss card. That's super cool. I didn't have. I was kind of slowing down. I think this is 94. No, actually, this is probably a 97 or a 98. And at this point in time, like, I was in the Air Force and wasn't really buying nearly as many cards. Like, I had slowed way down. I would buy maybe a blaster box of something every once in a while, but I wasn't regularly ripping packs back then. And here's a super cool card, Leaf Limited, King Griffey Jr. That one's just awesome. It looks great. And then here is another checklist. This one is Fleer of King Griffey Jr. So as you all know, like, King Griffey Jr. is my guy and pretty much has been since '89. And I have hundreds of King Griffey Jr. cards, but there were so many cards produced back then and so many different inserts and parallels and all that other stuff. Like, I think you could collect nothing but King Griffey Jr. for 2 lifetimes and still not have all the King Griffey Jr. cards. Because again, there were just so many of them. Let's see. I think that's about it. So it looks like my video I posted, I think it was Friday, on my best players not in the Hall of Fame. That video is doing pretty well, and I've gotten quite a bit of a good response back from that. And I appreciate everyone for watching it and commenting, throwing your list out there. And the names that I've gotten back, most of them I expected. Most of them that I left off, I was like, well, you know, where do you put, you know, for example, Dick Allen, or I'm trying to think of some of the other names that have been thrown around out there. Kurt Flood is another one. There are just so many great players that aren't in the Hall of Fame but are borderline, or maybe really should be in the Hall of Fame, like Dick Allen. Some people would argue Kurt Flood. So I appreciate all your support on that and your thoughts and your suggestions for your list, or who would be on your team at each position. So I think what I may do in the future is do another one of those videos, but since my cutoff was 1980 for their rookie card and back, what I may do is one 1980 forward and not include the you know, alleged PED guys and stuff like that. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. Again, it's going to take some research. I still missed a few guys from my Hall of Fame, or from my pre-1980 list, that I was like, man, I probably should have included him. And so I'm sure if I do another one, that I'll miss guys too. But I enjoyed doing it, and it seems like you guys are enjoying the video too. So let me know what you think about that. But we're closing in on 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. This is going to be my shortest video in quite a while. So once again, thank you everyone for the support, and I'll wrap it up at that. So until the next one, everybody have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.